Hello everyone, this is Sam. Today we are going to be going over the Halloween investments that I have decided to make, and by the end of this video I hope you will have a solid idea of what you are going to be investing into.
Weekend millionaires, just trying to be cool. Yeah, one day we'll be there, till Monday comes again. We're weekend millionaires.
So what I am actually going to be doing for the duration of the video is just show you what I have invested into and explain why I did so. So first of all, you guys know that I have opened a lot of trick-or-treat bags, which means that I didn't have to make any investments in pieces of candy corn. The pieces of candy corn that I have are about 65,000, and I got these all by myself. They are over all my guild banks, and I plan to keep them as is until I decide what to do in the end with them. With my bloodstone dust, I have made these almost 2 stacks of toxic focusing crystals that are actually worth quite a bit. I mean, we are looking at a juicy 200 gold per stack. That's not too bad, because I'm not going to be selling them right now, but when the price rises a bit post-Halloween or when the next raid wing is delivered by Ironet. Anyways, we are moving on towards the Halloween investments that I have made and what I hope you guys will be investing into as well if you think that it was a decent wager. I have been buying the following items. I mean, a few unopened endless bottles of Batwing Brew. Reasoning behind that is that Night Fury is always a profit to make either way, and as a matter of fact, I can also just sell the Batwing Brew by itself if the price rises enough. Last year it went from 200 gold to about 600. This year I do not expect it to rise the same way because most people that actually wanted Night Fury for themselves probably have it, but if we get a decent way to bind auras differently to our account, it may see a rise in popularity. Either way, I do think it is a solid investment for the fact that some people will actually be playing for the endgame and gathering more skins. The second investment I have made is pretty simple. Gift of Souls. These allow you to craft the staff The Crossing. It is one of the Halloween weapons that has actually been selling the best over the last few years. I have been making over 200 of these to sell them. Profit on it is quite decent considering the spirit shard investment, and has actually made me keep crafting these over some other weapons that have less profit per spirit shard. Next is the mini Thailog the Gargoyle. The Thailog the Gargoyle is actually the mini that has replaced the Spooky Moa as the rare reward from the Mad King's chest. It can only be obtained during Halloween, and while most people who want it in their miniature collection will have gotten it before the end of Halloween, it is actually gonna rise over the event. As a matter of fact, I have grabbed these for about 17 gold, and they are going for 20 something at the moment. People, when they were expecting Halloween to end 2 days ago, actually were selling these for 35 gold, and one of mine sold for that price. So I actually made 100% profit on that investment, which is not too bad, and is actually the type of profit I am expecting on every single one of these investments. Next up is the mini of Charles the Hellfire Skeleton. The mini is actually going for a pretty low price despite the fact that it's quite rare to get one. I actually only got 1 or 2, I believe, in 25,000 bags, and as such I do think it makes a decent investment. Sure, just like Thailog, most people that want it will have gotten it by themselves before the end of Halloween, but you can never know which people will be going for their collections later on. It is, after all, the endgame in GW2. There is no content that you will actually be repeating every single day, so you might as well min-max or max out your account. Next up, the other 2 minis usually go up by a little bit because people tend to buy them at some point. I just got them for that reason, and I'm gonna see what happens with them later on. Then the polyluminescent undulating refractors, so I have gotten quite a bit of them. I actually was going for only 5 of each, but I got a donation from a friend, Jonks, who sent me a few more, and I actually got 1 more by myself. And I have decided to get these because every year they go up in price slightly. People actually decide to go for the auras, be it to brag about it or just to actually have a look that they like on one of their characters. But in the end, what makes it really interesting would be that Ironet at some point will definitely change the way you can bind auras to your account. We have seen more and more auras actually being infusions So we've seen the phospholuminescent one, the SAB ones. We are slowly going to get like more and more infusion auras instead of them being exotic slottable upgrades. And I am expecting that at one point we'll be getting a recipe to change these into full-fledged infusions. It might not happen right now, it might not happen in the near future, but I am however expecting that we will get it at some point. Lastly, I went for the Karka Helm skin, which is actually a pretty decent skin. I mean, I kind of like it, and every year it has gone up slightly from people that actually decide to grab it because it does look good on some characters or just for the memes. I mean, why not? Right now it's going for, I mean, just a few gold, and usually it goes up throughout the year up to 30, 40 gold. I'm not expecting to make bank on these, but maybe I'm gonna grab a few gold profit, and in the worst case I'm just gonna give them away to my friends so they can have fun around having carcass on their face. Finally, my kind of YOLO-ish investment is gonna be the Sheaths of Charged Umberite. One of the drops that you get from trick-or-treat bags that is very underestimated by people is actually the Charged Quartz Crystal. These are a pain in the ass to get by yourself and have a value of around 2 gold, because you do have to get 25 quartz crystal and then go upgrade them at a skill point challenge. But these can just be bought right now for a pretty cheap price. Like usually throughout the year they go for 2 gold 70, and right now you can buy them for 1.8 gold. That's pretty okay, and that's actually something that I would advise everyone to go for. It's not too bad. You're gonna be making some decent profit over the year, or actually if you're playing Chrono in raids, you might want to keep them for yourself because they're used in making the bountiful sharpening stones that are actually meta and best in slot on Mesma. So I'm gonna either be using these for myself, or I'm gonna be selling them slowly throughout the year whenever I need some cash back. I'm expecting to make quite a bit of profit on these, probably 50 silver per, and I think that's pretty decent for an investment of that size. I am probably gonna be buying a few more of these, but I have right now spent about 5k gold so far on Halloween and Halloween related investments, so I think I'm gonna stop after I drop 1 more k in it. Lastly, as you know, I have kept 25k trick-or-treat bags. I don't know how well these will rise because they're actually quite easy to farm this year compared to the previous years. And I'm not sure the rewards will actually compel people to keep buying them throughout the year. But, I mean, some people will still like to gamble and try to get that phospholuminescent infusion, which is gonna keep going and going up in price. I mean, if you search phospho, you can just see that it's already in the realm of 2k gold. And I am expecting it's gonna be going higher after Halloween ends, because you will have literally no other means to acquire it apart from trick-or-treat bags. I hope that you guys enjoyed this explanation of how I made my investments. I hope that you also share the idea that these investments are actually pretty decent, because I sure think they are, and I hope that I am not mistaken, as every time when I'm making investments. And, well, in the worst case, I'm at least gonna get my money back. Like, none of this can probably drop in value. No, that's not how it works. Also, as you can see, I have started grabbing some of the improvised skins. They're cheap right now in the Black Lion chest. I'm gonna be making a video dedicated to this, so people actually like watch it and realize you need to get them. As always, unlocking them on my main account, showing the tickets for it, etc. And, well, I hope that you guys will enjoy both this video and the next one. If you have any questions over the investment that I made, need some more explanations, or actually need advice for your own investments, feel free to whisper me in game. My account name is in the description. You can also talk to me by using Twitter, on which I am quite available, and you can finally decide to subscribe to me on Patreon. It would actually be pretty cool, because with Christmas happening soon, I might actually grab some games on Steam that I could make content of. I also would like to thank my 2 new subscribers on Patreon. We've gotten Rhett and we've gotten Brobo. Thanks to both of you for subscribing on Patreon, and I hope that you will enjoy the video and the content that I make for all of you. for everyone else, happy trading and get rich.